here at the Mondo booth, and I'm very excited. I am here with Peter and Hector, and they're going to show us some new stuff, which has to do with my favorite brand, in case you guys didn't know. But of course, guys, thank you so much for being here. Well, thank you for inviting us. You guys were going to be here regardless, but you let us in, which was your first mistake, and we'll see what other mistakes you make. But guys, thank you so much. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you first time officially. I do want to say first and foremost, congratulations on your billboard, which is incredible. You had a huge Godzilla Toho Pabst, right? Pabst, with your name on it too.
They say there are other beers. I don't even realize
Who cares?
other brands.
Yeah,
I just only drink Pabst Blue Ribbon from now on, and that billboard cemented it for me.
Yes.
I don't even drink water anymore, frankly.
That's it. There's water in it.
The famous quote, water sucks.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's water. But we're going to walk around the Mondo booth in the middle of kind of the Javits Center, which is awesome. So really exciting stuff. I, of course, am going to hand this over to you. Okay. You get to take the reins. Right. I'm just going to follow your lead. You show us what you're excited about.
Absolutely.
What you're working on, because you know what I'm excited about.
Yeah, we should absolutely start with Turtles, right? So the big story, let's come on this side over here. So this will be the next bit of information after Comic-Con. At San Diego Comic-Con, we unveiled our brand new Mondoverse 1/6 scale Turtles line. With Donatello. It was an unpainted prototype. Showed off the concept, showed off the direction. People were really excited to hear when we talked about this is our vision of what could have been in the 90s if, let's say, the Henson team was still hired to make the sequels post Secret of the Ooze. So we have, in our vision, this is a gritty 90s, all the accessories, the tech is all 90s, and what happens if, in the sequel, Krang would have shown up, picked up a defeated, almost dead Super Shredder, now back to Shredder, and said, hey, stop, hiring teenagers and giving them cigarettes, and start using some of this tech, and we could actually make a real effect here, dominating Earth. Help me bring Dimension X forward. So you're seeing some of that familiar texture and grit, but we've opened up access to the whimsy, the fantasy, the wild stuff you were used to seeing in the comics and cartoons and other toys that never fully made their way into the films, right? So here's Donnie, the factory sample, painted up. People can get a sense of not only all the colors and great textures, and also the sense that we have pupils on the head, on the eyes that you can swap in. You can have white eyes on any head, pupils on any head. They're all swappable.
It's a total swappable feature. We couldn't really land on whether we wanted pupils or not. There's a little bit of the classic comic fan in me always wants the wide eyes, but then the live action, there's a fan who loves the pupils,
the charm.
The charm, humanity behind that. So
I gotta say, seeing this for the first time, seeing it painted, and hearing you talk about it, right? So this is your version of the 90s continuation.
Yes.
But you captured it right. So there is that texture of the 90s, there's that grit, but you're seeing the whimsy, right? So you're seeing the
Mausers.
The Mausers, but the flashlights taped to their head, or they're attached to an RC car part. And then you still have that smiling head of Donnie with the glasses on it, and then Donnie's got the Casio calculator watch. So you still got these little details 100%. That keep the fun aspect of the 90s movie.
And we're so grateful to the folks that right. And there's Easter eggs all throughout. We'll let you guys figure them out little by little. These figures will kind of tell a story with every release, open up the world little by little, and we're so grateful that Paramount has allowed us to explore, Mondo's take.
Not only that, but also iterate on the characters that exist. Like these Mousers we call them Mouse Bros.
Mouse Bros.
Donatello, he repurposed them because in our story here, it's like they've already kind of encountered Krang already and Shredder with this tech. So it's like, wow, I'm gonna do some. This is his little lab assistant. And this is like little reconnaissance. Cool. He's got the camera in his mouth and all that.
And is this a hint at Metalhead?
It is. Donnie is in our headcanon, in our world. Donnie is building Metalhead. And it's almost a reference to Anakin and 3PO in Phantom Menace, right? And so you got that in-between phase. So you might look at that and go, hey, I bet Metalhead would look awesome in this line, right?
Oh yeah, he would absolutely.
So it's definitely a merger of the stuff that we grew up with, whether it was the toys or the cartoon. in like a live action way.
I love it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then we can go into
So for the first time at New York Comic Con, we're unveiling the next turtle, the next brother, Leonardo, and Leonardo continues that story, that world in the accessories and aesthetics you see. Obviously, he's got some great martial arts armor, but also he's fortifying with like shin guards made out of license plates, right? He's got some of Donnie's tech as a gift now, right? Because you got to have your katana blades, but if Shredder starts to show up with robotic foot soldiers, you're going to need some tech that's going to short circuit those mechanized villains, right? So Donnie is going to bless all of the brothers with some tech, like this giant sized, electrified blade.
Yeah, it's an Odachi blade.
Yes.
That
I can play middleman for a minute. But it's okay.
it's an Odachi blade. So like Leo's whole focus as a character in this is that he's doubling down as as a ninja. He's really taking his martial arts seriously, his training with Splinter seriously. So there's an Odachi blade that Donnie has modified to be like to have like an electric current, kind of lightsaber kind of vibe.
Let's make sure if you cut down a foot soldier, they stay down.
They stay down.
Yeah.
I also kind of love, and I'm going to hand this back to you.
Oh yeah, sure.
I also love the hint of him carrying the Shredder claw.
Yeah, right.
So like we all know that Leo heads down a dark path in the original comic story. You could see him starting that way in the movies themselves. This is, to your point, of us telling that story further. Yeah. There is that aspect of it in this stuff. I love it.
And that's the dream, is we're going to pull from everywhere, all the influence we love, and figure out how to synthesize, put it together, so it feels like one new story that brings all those elements together. And there's much more you'll see soon from Leo.
I love it. Love it. Looking great already.
Awesome.
My wallet hates you. Fantastic. All right. All right, so moving from one 90s property to the next, we're going to go right into Disney's Gargoyles and looking at Goliath, and I always forget his name.
Bronx.
I always want to call him Brooklyn, but Brooklyn's the little guy, right? Yeah. So, so we got continue with your animation properties. The animation guys, which by the way, you've been killing the animation properties. But yeah.
Sorry, we can hear you on that. Oh, my bad.
That's fine. Goliath looks great. His massive 1/6 scale.
Dude, he's huge,
He's
right?
huge. Yes, he's huge.
Yes.
I love it.
We couldn't wait to show him off because it's just like, it's one thing to see it on a screen. It's another thing to see how big it's going to be in 1/6 scale. He's massive, and he comes with Bronx. Yes,
wow,
Bronx is his little buddy.
Oh wow!
Because we love to do like accessorial other characters that come with and so this is Bronx will come with will come with Goliath.
And so you're gonna. I mean, you guys are famous for doing exclusive pieces with the timed offering.
Yeah.
Bronx, no matter what.
He's going to be exclusive.
Okay, we'll be exclusive. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Hey, that's fair.
Bronx will be the exclusive.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also love the base. I mean, just the detail on the base looks great.
But
are we looking at the soft chest for Goliath?
No.
Okay.
It'll be a standard.
It'll be a standard.
Yeah.
Okay, great. He looks great though. Looks like he's going to move really well.
Yes, he does.
And face sculpt looks awesome too. I love it.
Yeah.
And the wings. Way to capture the wings.
Yes, and we have. He's going to come with two pairs of wings.
Ooh.
The second pair is going to be completely covering. The folded wings. Yes.
The Batman wings.
The Batman wings, but like it looks just like the cartoon.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Great.
And a ton of heads. Other accessories, Easter eggs from the show.
You guys kill it with the accessories. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's our first little preview here. New York felt like a great place to debut it.
Yeah. New York's a great place to do Ninja Turtles and things like Gargoyles.
Yeah, things like Gargoyles, exactly.
And if we're going to continue with New York, I think we should continue with Ghostbusters.
Exactly.
Because one of my favorite Ghostbusters characters, we got Janine at the desk. One of my favorite lines from the movie is, "We're paying you, type something." Yeah. One of my favorite lines from the movie. I know that this is the cartoon, but the real...
Sorry about the bug eyes, Janine.
These look fantastic. I mean, these have been coming out piece by piece.
Yes.
Seeing them all together like this is just astounding. And then seeing Janine at the desk, not something I would have expected, but that's the best thing about this, right? Like, absolutely incredible. Talk to me about it. Talk to me about Janine.
So, as we were doing the Ghostbusters, right? And Alex Brewer, right? He's the one who sculpted all of these. He's the lead designer on them. Kind of a passion project of his, right? That we made a reality through our licensing team and all of that, right? So Janine felt like the right one to come after the core four, right? Like she's never really, this iteration of Janine's never been made into a collectible, especially with her desk and everything. So it's like, it's a little hint of like, oh, accessories, right? It's also a nice play at like, hey, like this design of hers is like true, real Ghostbusters, right? So we felt like she needed a proper figure, right? So she's gonna come with a ton of stuff, swappable heads. There's a Slimer that comes with her. A lot, you know, she's gonna be awesome.
I love it. And the face sculpt looks great. I mean, like,
she's
again. You guys doing a fantastic job with all of them, but she specifically to me, right out of the cartoon show, ripped right out. And again, the accessories too. Like there is a certain way that you guys capture the accessories from the cartoon show. And it's not just the shape and style, but also the paint.
Yes.
Like again, like down to the details. Really commendable job, guys. Like,
Thank you.
Fantastic work.
Yeah, you know, our painter, you know, one of our painters, Mark Bristow, he's fantastic, and it's about capturing while it's still cartoony, but giving it another little bit of depth. And you know, just the subtle shading adds a little bit of that. Just makes it feel more than just like an action figure. You know what I mean? Like it feels like a collectible, and that's what we're trying to do with all of these, even at this scale or at this scale. You know?
That scale too, yeah. And you know what? I do want to comment on this because it is something that we've all kind of talked about it, whether it was on Between Two Sentinels or Amigos or something. You guys do a fantastic job of crediting your artists. Whether it's on the box or just how you're talking to me right now. So like that's a huge thing and a huge thing for people in the industry. So I just kudos for that. Like,
Thank you so much.
And I know that means a lot for artists and people working on this stuff to give the credit where credit's due. So credit to you guys for doing that.
It really does, and it's always been like I've been at Mondo now almost 8 years, and it's been something that I've always wanted to cement, especially with the site credits, the box credits. Like we need to let these people know. And Peter has been an amazing platformer when it comes to any type of press or anything that he does, and we're always constantly, letting people know who worked on this
stuff. We really feel like we have the Image Comics in the 90s of toys.
Yes.
Like I really feel like we have the best sculptors, the best painters, and the best energy together. It feels like we're a garage band that figured it out and starting to get recognition and starting to sound better and play bigger shows. And because of that, you know how important every member is. There's no music without every instrument being in lockstep. And so this is the love child of Mark Bristow, Alex Brewer, two gigantic Ghostbuster fanatics that are taking every single detail into account. It's a love letter to a fan. The fans are making the stuff for fans.
And Alex is here, so we should.
He's here, absolutely.
We should get him out here at some point too. But speaking of amazing sculpts, let's talk about some of these He-Man figures because these are some of probably the best sculpts I've ever seen.
I honestly think that this is a showstopper for He-Man fans and for figure fans in general. Like that 1/12 scale is the biggest collector space for figure collectors, and just like you've seen the technology improve in 1/6, we're trying to push what 1/12 can be.
Okay.
So when you buy a Mondo 1/12 figure, we want it to feel like you're getting all the paint, the sculpt detail that you're used to from our 1/6 stuff in 1/12 with an extra push in articulation. Because in our 1/6 stuff, we always prioritize the aesthetic, the sculpt. But in 1/12, we know that the collectors in that space really prioritize articulation. So we're looking into ways to expand on that, to push that. He-Man is going to have a softer PVC chest. And it's going to be strong, and it's not going to rip, but it's going to give you the opportunity to flex those hands together to hold the sword with two hands. I was just messing with it yesterday. You can hold the sword off to this side and front, off to this side. Really great stuff. And these are just incredible sculpts by May Tamtarana, May Shelf. If you follow him online, incredible work. And Tommy Hodges. Honestly, Tommy Hodges and May are doing some incredible work with Masters. They've been doing Masters for a while. Tommy's been doing Masters for a long time. And I really think you're getting one of the best He-Man figures ever made. And Clawful, obviously, finally getting his time in the sun. Right?
He's a beast.
It's a hulking figure. You can see Skeletor's on a riser, and he's just now at the same height as Clawful. right?
And this is the first time we're seeing Skeletor?
It's the first time you're seeing Man-at-Arms and Skeletor painted up. They were on display as 3D prints, prototypes. This is showing off for the first time the soft goods cape, fully posable. It's 2 layers, designed by Tim Hansen, incredible artist and engineer when it comes to soft goods. You know, you're going to be able to pull the cape all the way closed, like in 2000X when he's walking around like that. Yeah. And of course, the bases we're real proud of. We talked a little bit about it at Comic-Con. Tommy Hodges engineered a Skeletor head that I think other companies should and probably would emulate, where the skull is actually not connected to a neck, it's connected to the hood. So you have a skull floating around in the hood like you see in the cartoon. You don't see Skeletor's throat or neck. So you get the full jaw articulation and all that, but it's adds to the effect of that skull floating in the hood. So really smart stuff.
That's amazing. And that's, again, that's something fun when you create an environment where you're allowing artists to play.
It is.
Right? Like you get something like that.
It always happens. They show up to the meetings and go, guys, look what I figured out.
yeah. And it's incredible too that something like He-Man, I'm 40. I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Obviously, this was something for me when I was younger. Now my son all of a sudden has picked up He-Man.
No kidding.
It's like he's 7, and it's like
it's got all the stuff that young kids would love, man. It's like badass, aspirational, alpha characters. Everybody in their top peak form, fighting against the coolest monster designs.
Right.
It's awesome.
And
we love it.
Too.
And animals.
Animals.
Yes, it's everything.
All right, where should we head to next?
All right, so we covered these 4 pillars. We got some new stuff over here. Let's talk about.
New stuff. Look at your booth is just being swarmed by people taking photos.
Yeah, right? So here we're showing off for the first time Beast's 1/6 scale from our X-Men animated line.
Look at him.
Alex Brewer and co have been doing a great job on these. And it's just amazing to see how deep this line is going.
The shading looks great.
Shading looks incredible.
The cartoon line where you just kind of have to get the right amount of shading without overdoing it, but he looks really good.
Yeah, absolutely incredible paint work, and this is just a little bit of what you get with Hank from this entry in the X-Men line. You're going to see a lot more soon, but what we want people to know is that we are committed to this line. Okay. It's going deep. In 1/6 scale, you will get the full X-Men team and many of the villains. So it's something we're real proud of. So that's showing off for the first time, and for the first time, we're showing off the painted prototype of our soft vinyl Predator figure. Cool. This is a love letter to retro Japanese soft vinyl. So Hector and I are huge Sofubi collectors. Yes. We collect a lot of vintage Maru-san, Bullmark, and we love introducing people to that form factor. Cool. Very much like toy soldier stances in large features, and we've done it with our Michael Myers, with our American Werewolf and London figures. Predator's the next entry, and that line is going to continue for fans who love it. Swappable heads.
That's cool.
And some more accessories not pictured here.
What I love about it though too is you're doing the Sofubi line, but there's still so much details.
Absolutely.
So much character in it. Still,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? The articulation's not there, but it still reads.
Absolutely, and it's going to have lots of variants available. So if you can imagine how the Predator is depicted in the films, you can imagine some of the variants that come. And then Chitara from our 1/6 scale Thundercats line on display again. Really excited about this. This is actually a factory sample.
Oh, cool.
So this is very much like what you're going to get when you receive Chitara if you pre-order her. Really excited about the Thundercats line. Big
Robert?
With the Robert.
Yeah.
And just amazing to be able to continue the Mondo-verse version of the Thundercats line.
And then you got Over the Garden Wall Chapter 2. Chapter 1 sold out pretty quickly.
Chapter 1 sold out in like 24 hours. Huge response. Yeah. I think over 50% first-time Mondo customers on with Over the Garden Wall, which is super exciting.
That's really exciting.
We know our current Mondo customers and collectors are hardcore and they support all these lines. Our goal has been, can we widen the tent? Yeah. Introduce more folks, and Squads as a platform has been huge for us because, you get a collection in a box, right? With Over the Garden Wall, it's the first line that we are doing a wave 2 on Squads. Yep. So you'll be able to get Enoch and the Pumpkin folks, but you get a whole collection in a box. You get incredible paint and detail in the sculpts, tons of accessories, Easter eggs, and callbacks to the show, and a lot of people who don't normally collect figures are messaging us and say, I don't buy figures, but I need these. They feel like maquettes from the show.
Yeah, they do.
And you're going to have more articulation than the maquettes do, swappable parts.
Yeah.
So we're really just happy that you can get all this in a sub $200 price point.
Right. And you know what? The matte finish on them really
agree.
hits really nicely too.
I agree.
Really,
I'm
really
glad
nice.
you agree. Yeah, it's a point of pride. Yeah.
And then I know we talked about Sofubi, but you got some of your more vinyl stuff on display.
Sure, let's go look
too.
over here. 100%. Yeah.
They won the con.
Right?
Jack Peter.
Hey, what's up,
Big
man?
fan, brother.
Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. So, yeah, here at the booth, we got a lot of vaulted stuff that we're bringing. So if you show up at the Mondo booth, you're going to be able to get some stuff that's been sold out, like our exclusive Clayface.
Love that Clayface.
Right?
One of my favorites from this year.
We're so proud of this figure. The engineering and the execution is just like a love letter to animated series fans. We love our big, chunky characters. And now I need Killer Croc to go with him and Man-Bat, right?
Yeah. What do you mean you need? You can make this happen.
Yeah, I literally treat my job as if I was a toy collector who snuck into the factory and goes, oh, can I have one? And more often than not, that works, and I'm happy about that.
I like that. Wasn't there a tease at San Diego of a Two-Face? I was expecting to see.
Two-Face is on the way.
Okay.
Yes, and very, very, very soon you'll be seeing that solicited online. He's the prototype you saw is at the factory right now.
Very excited.
So we're ahead of the schedule on that one.
Very excited.
But yeah,
on the animated Batman line.
dude, it's an amazing line.
Yeah.
It's so nice. So here our exclusives for the show online. Our new Doctor Doom comic variant.
It looks great.
So our Doctor Doom soft vinyl figure was very much inspired by some of the 90s era depictions, maybe in video games. Tommy Hodges just went to town on this one. Mark Bristow paint job is beautiful. It's got the Kirby-esque ink that you would expect to see in the comics.
And the Thanos skull.
Yes. We put that. We know that he was a certain variant that has a skull, but we're like, put the skull with all of them. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like this, a skull and a spine included in a figure is never a bad thing.
Never a bad thing.
Daredevil is our surprise reveal for the show. He is available online now, and that is part of our Marvel animated series. Some of my favorite Spider-Man animated episodes were with Daredevil. The folks at Marvel have been so good to us, allowing us to expand into some of those characters.
And I love the inclusion of the
Chameleon Bell Buckle, yes, right?
That. I saw that, yeah.
We have a lot of fun coming up with those Easter eggs and details that we know fans like us appreciate.
Yeah.
So you're going to continue to see a lot of that. So and then over here we have Venom is going to be available, the sold-out exclusive version. Our Ghostbusters Peter Venkman 2-pack that's been sold out. If you're at the show, you can get one of the 2-packs. Before they sell out. We have the solo ones available as well.
Love the packaging on that too.
It's awesome, right? The trap.
The trap is amazing.
Jordan Christensen, our packaging designer, just did incredible work.
Great.
And then at the show, the Godzilla UFO Sofubi designed by Octeal, one of my great friends. He's an incredible tattoo artist that tattooed my hand.
Look at that.
And yeah, right there, Octeal.
Just in case you were wondering if he was a Godzilla fan.
Yeah, right. And Octeal designed a piece of tattoo flash that we go, that is awesome, and it should be a figure, and that's for the Godzilla UFO. This one, I painted up a version for myself just to have in the collection, and Hector goes, dude, that's a good paint app. We should actually sell that. I'm like, okay. There you go. And so that's why it says Attack Peter variant. Yeah, I painted it. So really cool. He's a good friend. To be able to collaborate with him is a joy. And
I found what I'm purchasing today.
Oh yeah, it's a fun one.
There you go.
I appreciate it. So yeah, tons of great stuff. Our Destroy All Monsters Tiki Scorpion Bowl is here. You can share it with a friend. If you don't drink, it's a great chicken nugget and sauce dipper.
That's great.
Right? There's always a variant. But yeah, just come down to the Mondo booth. We're really excited to have you guys here with us.
Great.
And thank you for supporting us.
Of course, always. And additionally, you've got records, you've got posters.
Yes.
You always do amazing variant posters.
Yes.
I picked up a couple of different posters from you guys last year at San Diego Comic-Con that I still have one. I think the TMNT poster, one of my favorites.
Aaron Conley.
Yes,
Aaron Conley, who's done the packaging on the vinyl figures.
Yep.
And if you love that poster, wait till you see the one he's working on right now.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You guys are just taking all my money.
Yeah, it's fun stuff.
Peter, this has been an absolute dream. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
For spending time with us. And thank you guys for watching and checking us out. And stay tuned for more Comic-Con exclusive information. We'll catch you on the next one.